Hi everybody, it's Anthony Lowe, the Physio Detective again. This is video 4 in our shoulder analysis series. I've got Terry here who's given me permission to use this video, and he's got a 5 kilo dumbbell in his hand. Terry's a pretty strong guy, but once you start doing retraining, you start using muscles in ways that you haven't used for a long time, or even might have even forgotten you had those muscles, and that was certainly the case for Terry. 5 kilos just fatigued him. And that's okay, because it won't be long before he's doing 20 kilos again. A point to note is that there's a red mark on his back there. That's from where I've been poking him in his back to teach him to keep that shoulder blade still. Just to review the principles again, we want a shoulder blade that sits that way, that points up towards the head, where the inferior angle points out away from the body, and this sets up the glenoid fossa to sit at an upward angle. If you have a glenoid fossa that sits on a downward angle, this arm, the ball in the arm, will drop downwards and it's a weak position. You'll start spending more muscles just trying to keep your arm together rather than driving up through the load. Okay, so Terry's going to show us a few reps. I think it's 6 reps with a push jerk, and you can see here that the whole shoulder blade comes down and around like so. This is a very inefficient pattern. It is not what we are looking for. And what happens is that he gets here and he sets up an angle like this, and then he basically maintains that angle. Sorry, not doing a real good job here, but he basically maintains that angle and just swings his whole arm around like so. So if we take that angle there, oops, you will see that he's on that sort of angle there, and then he's just going to swing that down and around, and what we end up with over here is the same sort of angle there. Okay, so swinging that shoulder blade around is not very good for you. So he's just going to do those. So now he resets, and what he's going to be doing here is he's thinking about keeping his shoulder blade there. He's going to think about keeping the glenoid fossa facing up that way, and then he's going to think about folding the arm away so that this angle here, so that this angle here gets smaller without moving the shoulder blade. This is not as easy as it sounds. So he's thinking about keeping his shoulder still, and he will not let it come inside that angle there. That's quite good. That's not bad for a guy who, this was painful before I showed him how to do this. He still had pain in his shoulder months later after resting it. That's why he decided to come and see me. Now you can see that he's hitching that shoulder quite high, so I'm telling him not to hitch that shoulder, to let it come down. I haven't told him that yet. Much better, much better. Good. So by not hitching that shoulder too high, you don't want to overcook it, because then you're going to end up, so if we just have a look, so in that position there, he was still with the shoulder too far up into his ear, so I told him to relax that, so that when he did it the next time, okay, so that's still hitched up through there, so the shoulder is too high compared to the other side. So then he drops it, and it stays very still. Just notice how little the shoulder blade here moves. It swings down into a strong position and maintains that strong position there. That is exactly what you want. So this is helping Terry, and we apply it to many other movements which you'll see in some later videos. Thank you.